The Northern State men's basketball team sat atop the Northern Suns North Division at 12-3, while MSU Mankato was tied atop the South with an 11-4 record. The two division leaders clashed on the court in Mankato on Saturday. MSU trailing. Cameron Kirksey picks up right where he left off from last night's 43-point performance as he banks that in to keep the score close. Then at the other end, Kevin Krieger picks up a big block on Jordan Belka, but Belkin regains possession, gives to Parker Fox for the two-handed slam. And the redshirt freshman does some more damage down low. First shot no good, grabs the board and scores. He finished with 16 points in the contest. Northern State prevails over the Mavericks 88-80. The USF men look to get back in the win column against Minnesota Crookston. Trayvon Evans was held scoreless in the first half, but picks up his first points of the game with authority as he rises up and throws down the jam. He tallied 13 points on the night. USF led by as many as 14 in the second half, but Crookston would respond with a run of its own. Javier Nicolau hits from the top of the key, part of a 22-3 Golden Eagle run that put them up 5 late. But the Cougars would rally back as Chase Grindy gives to Drew Giebert. He'll get the 3-ball to drop. Giebert led all scorers with 27 as USF pulls away late 82-74. The USF women also hosted Minnesota Crookston at the Stewart Center. In the first quarter, USF uses good ball movement to find Kaylee Hummel, who catches and connects for 3 of her team-high 17 points. Cougars up 8-0. USF continued to roll in the first. Lauren Sanders bounces it to a cutting Jesse Gear, who banks in 2 via the right hand. The junior added 15 points. Cougars up 12-0. Still in the first, Augusta Tramer grabs a defensive rebound, dribbles down the floor before rising up and burying the 2-point jumper, capping off an 18-2 USF run to begin the game as the Cougars cruise to the 80-47 victory. The Northern State women took on Mankato looking to end a 5-game skid. First quarter, Northern State's Joey Spear cuts to the hoop on the inbounds play and puts away 2 of her 8 points. Later, Wolves toss it into Jessie Marty near the top of the key. The junior drives to the bucket and finishes at the rim for 2. She also added 8, but Mankato was just too much for the Wolves in this one as Taylor Dross gets the long jumper to fall for 2 of her 16 points, which led all scores. MSU Mankato defeats Northern State 54-40. The South Dakota State women took on Oral Roberts in Tulsa. Jacks fell into a 12-point deficit after 1, but climbed back in the second as they swing it to Tylee Irwin. She'll connect for 3 of her 15 as the deficit is cut to 1. Then SDSU works the ball from high to low as Giebert lobs it down to Peyton Burkhardt. The Aberdeen Central grad lays in 2 of her 12 points, and South Dakota State grabs its first lead of the game, 29-28. Under a minute to go, Macy Miller takes the hole. First shot won't go, gets her own board, and then puts back 2 of her team-high 16. Jacks outscored Oral Roberts 20-3 in the second quarter and never look back as they knock off the Golden Eagles 74-65. The USD women traveled to Purdue Fort Wayne on Saturday. Second quarter, USD's Taylor Frederick picks up 1 of her 6 steals on the day. Then the Coyotes get out in transition as Madison McKeever drives and kicks to Monica Ahrens for 3, and that ties the game up at 17. Macedon's hung tough with the Yotes in the first half. Sierra Bell gives to Kirsten Rep, who takes a step and then buries 3 of her 9 points as Purdue Fort Wayne evens the game up at 22. Later, Allison Ahrens keeping it herself as she'll slash through the lane and lay in 2 of her game-high 19. Game was tied at 34 at the break, but USD outscores Fort Wayne 37-15 in the second half for the 71-49 victory. And that's a look at sports.